Welcome back everyone and welcome to my channel. Good to talk to you once again. And what do you know for today on War Gaming's homepage, the Submarine Battles starting the 27th May and will go on all the way to 24th June. So almost 1 month from 27. So it will be only, this is like Wargaming, it's testing, full scale battles. We had the opportunity in PTS playing versus bot battleship versus bot destroyers, a few of our submarines. But I do believe, guys, without saying too much, that even though you were playing a destroyer versus a human submarine, it was still kind of new type games, and you don't know exactly what to do, and it was an easy pick if you are a destroyer. However, I do believe it will be some big huge change if there were more like comfortable submarines players, real players. But I still honestly believe, guys, that this huge, shall I say, combat versus submarine versus battleship, we don't know, human versus human, how that's a be. And same story actually with heavy cruisers. Heavy cruisers will not have any death charge, but the light cruisers like Helena, Bugioni, and British, what do you call it, the British, not the London, but I believe the Leander. Yes, the Leander do have death charges. And oh man, she is a naked. I do have to apologize. I need to put some good looking camo, at least something that shows. But if you go to module, if you can definitely see here the difference between different nation, the maximum damage, a number of death charges. Also, it depends from nation to nation, and also the reload time and all that. Now, I believe it, this is my honestly opinion, the most powerful light cruiser, it's definitely in a long run, it will be the British light cruisers, like Fiji, like Leander, and so on. Why it's that? Because they literally turns on a dime. The Soviet light cruiser like Bugioni, Chapaev, you name it, they turns like slug. They have really bad turning radius, which basically means that if a submarines want to charge you, it's a 50-50 chance even in Leander you survive. However, keep that in mind that some British light cruiser, they literally have the best turning radius, they literally turn on the dime. They don't actually lose speed in a turn. That's the special topic of the light cruiser. However, keep that in mind, beside very good turning radius and death charge, Leander also have the hydro. I believe, guys, all battleship which have hydro will be more powerful than ever beside those, let's say, US battleship which does not have any hydro. Let's say the Conqueror. I do believe the Conqueror is the best example. She's a blind as a bat. Yes, you heard me right. Not boarding any kind of a torpedo from, let's say, cruisers, destroyers, and submarines. However, for the Bismarck and German battleship with crazy good hydro, some hydro, I do have a maximum range surface ship for 6 kilometers. It's pretty significant, because a submarine most likely need to come within Bismarck secondary range to even launch a torpedo. I'm not saying that the submarine cannot still do whopping damage and all that, but they pay with some damage back. I have no idea what's gonna happen with let's say regular US and Japanese battleships. I'm talking high tier ones. No idea how they will survive this meta, because, guys, frankly, I would like to say this is a test phase from Wargaming, but sooner or later this submarine will be reality and come to the main game. Even though if you like it or not, now you have an option to play this submarines battle the first month, but we don't know exactly what's gonna happen in the near future. However, I would like to say that we are going to touch 3 I believe, guys, in the very near future, German destroyer line will with Hydro. I do believe it's from tier 6. Yes, I do not grind, but probably it's a good idea to try to grind the German. Let me put it this way: they are in today live server kind of a mediocre. However, I still believe, even though I don't consider the guy any crazy strong ship, T61, it's probably even more stronger in this new game mode with submarines because of this crazy good Hydra. And I even go so far, when you're playing the submarine, you are a destroyer, purchase the damn upgraded Hydro with longer period of Hydro. You might actually spot those sneaky buggers and kill them very, very fast, and you have an upper hand versus anything else. And same story, guys, I will go for the UK. UK, they do not have crazy long range Hydro, but it's still a Hydro nonetheless, and it does, I do believe, last a little bit longer. It's a shorter period of time. Yes, only 3 kilometers of ships and 3 kilometers of, but it reload in 120 seconds, and access time it's whopping 180 seconds. And you can improve this one with the improved Hydro. And same story, guys, I still believe the British destroyer will be probably the best one ever. They do have this crazy good agile, they're very agile maneuverable ships. They do have this potent strong Hydro, and they do, you know, I do believe they will perform very, very well to hunt and kill other submarines. Something also else I kind of forgot, and it's very crazy important to mention, even though the US does not have Hydro, I would like to say, guys, I just want to find my, okay, I do have to apologize. I want to see the tier 6 and above destroyers from US. Now, the US does not have the Hydro. However, torpedo US destroyer, if you're a submarine, sure, it could happen, but most likely won't, because Sims and Farragut and some other US destroyer, they have the shortest turning radius tier for tier, and good luck with this crazy good rudder and nimble, extremely nimble. So dodging torpedo, it's his speciality. So most likely it won't happen if a good destroyer captain knows what I'm doing. Of course, you lack this tool with Hydro. However, you are pretty ish in maneuverability, and the speed, it's not the best, but you have crazy good turning radius and nimble. That's what I'm trying to say. Guys, I still believe that even though you don't have the best tools to deal with the submarines, the US will do more than fine. And yeah, they are today's live server a powerhouse, in my honestly opinion. I love the US destroyer line. That's my actually first line there I grind up. It was the US, and I don't regret. I love my Fletcher. That's my to-go ship. I still believe, even though in many ways the Fletcher has been power creeped in torpedo power and all that, it's still a lovely, lovely ship, and I won't change for anything in this world. That it's me, Zerra. Overall, guys, I really have hard to know the slugginess of some ships, like the heavy one. I'm talking about any heavy cruisers, guys. I'm not saying that you are any slug, but guys, what tool do you have a huge, big, heavy cruiser? Well, you do have one. That's, I kind of forgot, Hydro. Now, I believe, guys, even though it's not crazy, but it's still Hydro is still Hydro. So very much I like to say that forget the stupid AA nobody will have any AA. This is more important in the near future, and you put just a fighter and you're pretty much safe. What I'm trying to say, guys, I still believe some regards, but I have very hard to understand, especially the cruisers without hydro. That's be kind of a weird, but I do believe most cruiser, is it true or not, most cruiser, they do have hydro, not just the US. How about, let's go for the tier 6 Molotov. Yeah, it does have hydro, but it's a slug, very bad turning radius. Yeah, guys, I'm just thinking, you know, to myself, what ship does not have hydro? Well, it's definitely the battleship. The Germans, they do have, the French, they don't, and so on. But how about, yes, so most cruiser, they do have hydro, and some cruiser, I kind of forgot, guys, you have epic torpedo 4 kilometers and detection 6 kilometers. Yeah, but the truth is that if a submarines, it's under 6 kilometers in the water, which is not a whole lot, but if it's under 6 kilometers, a heavy cruiser cannot damage that submarine. Even if you shoot HE, whatever you do, you cannot. And even if you have torpedo, let's say like this ship does not have torpedo, but if a cruiser has a torpedo, the cruiser cannot damage the submarines if the submarine it's below 6 meters in water. So yeah, I very have hard to know this engagement, because there are, you know, some slug huge big battleships, which the most known, it's actually, I'm talking about for the near future, like the Yamato, Kreml, you name it, they have a huge bad turning radius, but also some other, you know, Fuso, that's very good idea. What the hell's gonna play Fuso in this submarines battle? I mean, guys, Fuso, it used to be one heck of a strong, good ship, but man, it has the worst concealment in the entire game. You are being spotted from moon. And something else, you have slow turning radius, and you don't have any tools whatsoever to deal with submarines. So once again, guys, sure, your secondary can do some damage if the submarine it's YOLOing or trying to torpedo, but then it's too late, you know what I mean? So yeah, I have no clue or idea how some heavy cruisers and battleship can deal with submarines. For me, it's a mystery. But I kind of forgot one stage, and I know this answer, guys. Let me know in a comment below. And it's the aircraft carrier. Now, here is the deal. You may argue that submarines can reach up to 22 knots in a surface ship. But then, if they do, they are vulnerable by the aircraft because they can be spotted. Now, if they are submerged under the water, I do believe the speed of the submarines, it's around 11, 12 knots, something like that. Any tier 6 and above carrier, they do have whopping maneuverably 31.5 knots. So even at full speed on surface, you cannot chase a aircraft carrier. It's never gonna happen. If an aircraft carrier is putting, let's say, marker, so she's moving all the time, the entire game, well, submarine has to be the big damn luck to going from where he's spotted to find a stationary carrier which has no move the entire game. Then he's lucky to say nyam nyam nyam, that's a huge fat target to kill instantly. But if the carrier is moving all the time, and even though if you're doing small turnings, left and right, a submarine can never chase from behind an aircraft carrier. So aircraft can get definitely damage, and especially the British one, which those stupid torpedo bombers and the rockets. And yes, you may argue that torpedo are not probably the best one, but gosh, I like to say that definitely the carpet bomber, it's way to deal with a submarine because they don't have a lot of HP pool. So it takes very few torpedo drop and something else, and the other way around. Even though if the carrier cannot kill and harm all the time a submarine, remember they can definitely be spotted for your ally, because somebody doesn't have 0 in AA, so no fighters will be shot down, and they can stay close to that submarine's entire time while the destroyer is catching up with that submarine. So they are very strong ships, surface ships, or I don't know how to call it, versus submarine is the carrier, because they have too darn good of a speed, and the submarine can never catch them up. On the other hand, I do believe that they can have a very important role in the future to spot the submarines. I know it's not easy, because I do believe that submarines, even if they are on surface, you have to fly straight over it, because the concealment, I do believe, are something like closer than 2 point or under 2. So yeah, crazy good concealment, and you kind of need to search a lot to find the submarines, even if they are on the surface. But when they are found, that they are not gonna move anytime soon from that place. So yeah, I believe, guys, that the carrier are not any big threat, as long as carrier captain moving his ship all the time. You may argue this in low tier 4, some small maps, yeah, that is the case, but in a huge damn hit, big maps like tier 8, tier 10, yeah, I'm just saying, good luck finding a carrier, and good luck hitting this thing. I don't think that it's gonna happen. That's the truth, because there are two speed demons versus slow ships like 21 or 22 knots. Something else I kind of forgot, guys, that overall any ship with Hydra will be stronger, any good speed and maneuverability also easier to avoid. And once again, guys, some ships with bad turning radius, I have no idea what to say, but a ship which is a battleship, you may argue that some ships are a little better. You will eat torpedoes and citadel damage, and the only way you want to play a battleship, I know it sounds extremely weird, guys, but in this specific mode, the submarine mode, is to be farmed. I know it sounds extremely weird, I'm gonna say right now, but this is the truth. Destroyer will have fun time, some of them, to engage the submarine, but battleship will definitely have no fun time whatsoever. Let me know in a comment below what you think, because I have very hard struggle to see this, what kind of tools, what kind of weapons a battleship has versus, let's say, a submarine, or God forbid, a submarine who's YOLOing and charging a battleship at very close, in your face type of attack. I have no idea, once again, what kind of ships. Probably with secondary will be pretty strong, but even though you have great secondary, you're probably not gonna kill a submarine, but submarine may actually kill you in those 2 drops of 4 torpedoes. So guys, let me know in a comment below what you think. Will you play this submarines battle or not? Have a good one, guys. Take care and bye.